With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, well, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Toss left side for ETN. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
To throw now, Shuck. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. And the Saints 1st down.
On the ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Shuck now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's good.
That's it. Love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back to throw now on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. The Seahawks at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And you look at this Saints defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not bad.
I don't think he's going to do that. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now a second and 10.
Seven Pirates! Ready!
They'll look to throw again. Outright to Smith-Njigba. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 39-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Saints, first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Shuck. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. Throwing, Shuck. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyler Shuck with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Seahawks 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go now. Ready.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Velus Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have retaken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw a shot. He lets it go deep for Olave. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they run out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready,
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Caught by Trimble. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tommy Trimble, 35 yards. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Saints 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Anderson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
18, Pike, Rick Cowboy 80. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Ready. Hey, Trash. 60 boxes, 60 boxes. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Straight ahead, ETN. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's Shuck. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. ETN up the middle. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They go play action here with Shuck. Completes it to Fant on the right side. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Second and goal from the 1.
Let's go now. 60 by 6.
ETN is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Now he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Buffalo 18, 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's first and 10.
Another Seahawks first down.
79 Broncos.
First and 10.
And drop the throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. They'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Oh, a good return up. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looked like he was able to get it back. Yes, he was. So a big return, nearly derailed by a fumble, but they will indeed get it first and 10.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to because you got the ball back.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. 60 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for two. They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
2nd and 10. A give to ETA running right. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Play fake, Shuck. Left side, it's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
And you'll find some version of this play in just about every playbook in the NFL. It's an X-post cross. So on play action, you let the X receiver get downfield and start working right to left across the formation. What a beautiful throw. And it all comes together for big yardage.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And he's got it. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's
the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go, check. Go. Let's go now. Ready?
Wilson going to try the right side.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Shuck now to throw. This one taken in by Alavo. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's a give to ETN.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Working out of the gun here, Shuck. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
At the 2-yard line.
To throw now, Shuck. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for two.
The Saints will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal.
Seahawks 26.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive.
It's Marte Mapu. Now inside the 25.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Right there. Ready. 72. Go check. Go check.
And inside give to Jones. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
18 Cardinal, 79 Broncos. Ready, ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
For a Seahawks first down.
Mustang 19.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35.
A gain of 34 yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Cougar 19. Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll look to throw.
There's Trimble, the tight end.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
18, fight in. Here we go. Shot. Dragon 60.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Riggs. 60 Mavericks.
They'll look to throw here.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. Ready.
Back to throw again.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Saints 36, Seahawks 33. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
A shotgun snap and again the ETN.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here? and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington over explosive.
That's correct.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Come on. 60 Eagles. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
26 yards.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw is Shuck. He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the fourth quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
Oh, that is incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Shuck here on fourth down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away. Etienne on the toss right. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 16.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Viking 18. Cougar 19.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Cowboy 80.
They're going to look to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Take the Eagle. Take the Eagle. Come 19. Come 19. Ready, ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That one caught. It's Horton. And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. But this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range.
On the jump.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Again, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight. Let's go.
Back to throw. That is caught. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Bronco 80.
Wilson. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Second down, goal to go.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check smash, check smash.
They'll try and run with Wilson. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the lead, here's third and goal.
Ready. Ready.
And this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Myers counts on the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Saints 43. Nico Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's first and 10. Now ETN to start the drive.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. First and 10.
He's back to throw.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
They'll come up. First and 10 here.
He'll look to throw. ETN bringing in another one. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Extra point up and through. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Hurt. 19 Tiger.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses,